Hit that boy.
Rambopa Radio with your host, Genty.
It must be the ass.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
Thing from that data that's clear is an unfortunate truth. The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life.
Whoa.
Short sleep predicts all-cause mortality.
Which is really ironic because people that want to sleep less are like, I don't have a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
This life is short. Well, It's fucking shorter if you sleep less.
Yeah, that old maxim, you can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's mortally unwise advice. Because we know from the data you will be both dead sooner and the quality of that now shorter life will be significantly worse.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rambopa Radio. I am your host, Genty. Twitter and Instagram at Genty523. What is going on? I gotta tell you guys about sleep. As you first heard in the starting clip of the show, that was Dr. Martin Walker on episode 1009 with Joe Rogan. And he's done a book about sleeping and how crucial it is in everybody's life. It doesn't matter what you're doing, at what stage you are in your life, that you need to sleep. It is very, very important. I highly recommend you go on and listen to this podcast if you can, or go find it on YouTube because it's super, super important. Real quick, just a few buzz notes, keys of wisdom I pulled out from that podcast was that 0.5% of the population can function properly on 6 hours of sleep or less. So if you're one of those types who says, oh, I can function pretty good on 5 hours or less sleep, actually, probably not. The second thing is, and this is a big thing, this applies to myself. Maybe applies to some of you who are listening to this. If you work the night shift, the World Health Organization has deemed working the night shift a carcinogen. Basically, studies are coming back that for those who work the night shift, there is a 70% increase in cancer from working the night shift due to lack of sleep, due to the disruption of sleep. 70% in cancer risk due to the fact that there's a 70% reduction in killer T cells. And those killer T cells are not active until they are not grown to their fullest state of potential, fighting off various cancer diseases until you reach that 6 hours or more part of sleep. So if you get less than 6 hours, you are reducing your killer T cells by 70%. Insufficient sleep over a lifetime is putting us at risk for Alzheimer's, heart attacks, cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer, all kinds of cancer. It's important to get our sleep, people. And as you know, your dear host, Rambopa, does not do this. So I'm going to die. But this was a huge, huge lights on moment for me. Was sleep regulates our appetite. So it doesn't matter if you're on the coolest of the cool kids diet, if you're eating perfect, if you're exercising perfect, like your dear host Rambopa, eating perfect, like your dear host Rambopa. If you do not get to sleep at the appropriate time, if you do not get a full 8 hours of rest, your body will feast on anything. It does not matter what. It will automatically, psychologically tell you to go grab the wrong kinds of carbs, sugar to fuel itself because it feels like it needs to stay awake to hunt. That's just how our brains are wired. And Dr. Walker did a study that apparently during the switch between daylight savings time, that there is a 24% increase in heart attacks. So just that hour of sleep we lose, there's a 24% increase in heart attacks. Because people are stressed the fuck out and not sleeping. The shorter, or these were two big ones, the one that he mentioned in the beginning, the less amount of sleep that you get, the shorter your lifespan is. And the final bullet point was that the shorter amount of sleep you get 70%, while you're trying to diet, 70% of the weight loss will come from muscle and not fat. Because if you are sleep deprived, your body will hold on to fat. So here we go, folks. Here's my fucking problem. See, I allow myself to have cheat day, but for the most part, I don't have carbs. And as of last week, no sugar at all. So what in the actual fuck is going on? I ain't losing a pound. I ain't gaining. Oh yeah, it's because I get 2 hours of sleep a night. Sometimes I get 1 hour. Sometimes I get 4. One day I'll get 12 if I'm lucky. I'm fucked, y'all. So after hearing that sleep podcast, which I highly recommend you go and listen to, I can't stress that the fuck enough. Man, I've done a lot of thinking, and I really, really, really need to make some corrections in my life very quickly, or it is not looking good. Those are the two biggest things for me. Well, it actually increases my risk for cancer, diabetes, heart attack, and never losing weight. So my single motivation in my life as of late has to always been to lose weight. So ever since I was born. So, but after hearing that today, I'm like, man, I really want to do everything in my willpower to lose this weight, and I need to get some rest. And in order for me to get some rest, that means I need to put my motherfucking foot down, stop going all these places, and potentially start looking into my career path. Okay, I would very much love for it to be podcasting, but that doesn't pay the bills. So I've got to find something that I'm not working at nighttime, that gives me ample hours of sleep, and that allows me to work on my fitness and be healthy. Come on. I've got to step my fucking game up, and I hope you listening to this will do the same. Are you in a position where you're not sleeping right? You're not exercising? Well, guess what? That is a recipe for motherfucking disaster. You're going to die. We all are going to die, but that will definitely accelerate you. That is the express lane to Dead City. Take me down to Dead City, where the grass is dead and the girls are dead. Yeah, you don't want to be there. Definitely, since I spent this weekend in the car going to the Back to the Beach concert, tell you all about that in a minute. Man, I just really need to reel it in. It's getting a little too loosey-goosey, and gotta take that shit out. It's getting a little too loose. No loose buttholes here. That our Rambopa runs a tight goddamn ship. And so that means I'm going to start really hammering down a good foundation. And apparently a good foundation starts with sleep. So I need to get rest. It's been said before, because as y'all know, or maybe you don't know, I like to fall asleep behind the wheel because I'm motherfucking exhausted from working and training. So, or I'm stressed the fuck out from whatever drama that has nothing to do with me, but somehow it is on my plate because I'm too kind. So I need to really dial it in and say, shoo, drama, flu, get out of here. Maybe slow down on the work. Not stopping the training. Sorry, not sorry. I love going to the gym, goddammit. And it's the only way some of you folks out there will believe that I love the fitness game. So I just go every day because, if you see me, you're like, oh, there's the fat kid. She's here every day. That means it means a lot to her. Yeah, I'm here every day, motherfuckers. I'm not going nowhere. No days off from the gym. No days off. Gotta tell you guys to start with, it was the Ibchuby at Ibchuby's birthday last Saturday, at the Rainbow Bar. God, I haven't been to the Rainbow Bar since I was able to drink. I think that was like the first place I went to when I was able to drink. Rainbow Bar. Only because my heroes, Guns N' Roses, my heroes, Cinderella, my heroes, Warrant, Motley Crue, Lemmy, Chuck Zito, all these rat. All these hair metal bands, all the metal bands would kick it at the Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset. Like, when I was a kid and I'd watch all of these 80s hair metal videos, I'd be so pumped. I'm like, I can't wait till I'm old enough to go to the Rainbow Bar and buy a beer. Like, that was me at the tender age of 6. Oh, man. And when I finally got there, it is literally just like it was in the movies. Nothing's changed. And even when I went last weekend, nothing's fucking changed. I mean, a few people are dead. Maybe they don't come around so often, but the decor, the vibe is still the same. People are hair metal chic, biker savvy, and they are just going to town having a good time. The food is incredible. I highly recommend. Shout out to the Ibchuby and the Genevieve for the invite. Greatly appreciate it. I had such a blast. I can't think of a better time on Sunset. My only problem is in fucking LA. God, why is it so far away? Why do I live in a shithole town? Why do I live so far away from everything fun? So before I even got to the fun zone, I had to get through hell. And LA traffic is a motherfucker, and I feel sorry for the folk who live there. Jesus Christ. How do y'all do that? It is a goddamn nightmare. Absolutely horrible. Everything in the world is in town. Everything you want, whatever you want to do, 24 hours a day, whatever is available. Drugs, partying, booze, eats, music, whatever. Everything's available whenever you want it. One problem. There's like 7 million people living there. Jesus. God, and everybody's going in the same place, apparently, in town. Oh, it's just, I was literally maybe less than 4 miles away from the restaurant, and it took me a half an hour to get there. Half a fucking hour to go 4 miles. No! That is ungoddamn unacceptable. Whew. That is my one thing, this traffic. I mean, I have traffic here and it drives me nuts. LA traffic is like a whole nother level of crazy. I mean, I've experienced shitty traffic. San Francisco's like the worst, but that I've been in. I know New York is like hella bad, but I've never been in that, thank God. But LA traffic, it makes you contemplate your whole life. Like, why are you there? When are you going to get out of the mess? It's awful. Absolutely awful. So my conclusion is that you want to live somewhat close. I want to say within like 30 minutes northeast or northwest of Los Angeles, Hollywood area, and commute in. I mean, you'll be in traffic, but you don't have to live in the actual fucking traffic. Or get Uber or Lyft. That is the only solution out of that fucking mess. Ride share your butt off in that town because it is just so crowded. People just on a road to nowhere. And then on top of that, as I'm about to pull into the Rainbow Room, there's a crosswalk where people kind of park in this little parking area where they're going to go to the Saddle Ranch, or they're going to go to the Pink Taco or Chateau, or they're going to go to the little trolley restaurant thing there or whatever. And I see my dude who looks like motherfucking Cisco Adler. I see this dude who kind of looked like Cisco Adler, probably was him, trying to cross the street. So I stopped. I was like, oh shit, Lou Adler, record producer, music executive, songwriter, film director, producer, owns the Roxy Theater. That's how I remember. The Lou dog. Lou Adler signed the Mamas and the Papas. That's how I remember this guy. He's legit. California Dreamin', Monday, Carole King, Spirit, Cheech and Chong, Tapestry. He's the real deal. Lou Adler's the real deal. So Cisco Adler had like a little band or whatever and got into music. Back to the Cisco part. So I see this dude kind of looks like Cisco Adler, so I stop and let him cross the street. Now, if you know Sunset or don't know Sunset Boulevard, it is a fucking busy-ass street. 2 and 3 lanes wide, both sides. And people get run the fuck over all the time. So as I stopped, there was plenty of enough of a gap between the cars behind me and me. There's one other car next to me. And I decided to let my dude Cisco Adler cross the street to get to Saddle Ranch. So as he starts crossing the street, this car comes zooming up behind me, doesn't want to wait behind me, and thinks he's going to pass me on the left to go around, and almost runs over my dude Cisco Adler. Literally hands on the hood, and he's like, "Motherfucker, watch where you're going." I was like, holy shit. I was like, Jace, my dude crossed in the crosswalk. You didn't see him there, bruv. And he goes, "Sorry, man, sorry." And he's like, "Fuck you. Fuck you, asshole. You almost ran me over." And I was like, God, dog. Welcome to LA. I've literally seen people get struck in the crosswalk, so it's nothing new. I thought he was going to bite the dust for sure, but he managed to make it. So I quickly get out there because my dude Cisco was pissed. And, so I got out of there and was cruising around Sunset and just looking at Sunset One. And then I came up to one of my old favorite restaurants, Ketchup. And it's gone. I mean, it's been gone for a long time. They filmed a couple of like celebrity cooking shows in there. They changed the name and tried to have some famous people run the restaurant, some Lemon Square or some shit, and it tanked. Should have left it as Ketchup. It was legit when it's Ketchup. They had all these kinds of crazy ass different ketchups, homemade ketchups there. And you can put them on whatever kind of food you wanted, but all kinds of crazy flavored ketchups. Before there was sriracha and all of that stuff. They had all of that going on down there. But Ketchup was really cool. Justin Timberlake would eat there. My boy Even Stevens, Shia LaBeouf. Right after Transformers 1 dropped, that guy was there like every day. So I remember, because for me, I was going to West Hollywood every Friday night, going to West Hollywood. As soon as I started driving, I was going to West Hollywood. Ketchup was like the spot, the who's who to be seen. Now it is Equinox West Hollywood. Now you can pay $250 a month to hang out there. God damn, man, the times has changed. But it really tripped me out because there was a time when, cruising on Sunset. If you're on Sunset, you want to be seen. You're doing something. You're trying to be who's who. Everybody got all their flashy cars and eating at these restaurants on the corner there and trying to be seen at is the Ivy over there? I can't remember some of these names of these restaurants, but you just see like Bugatti Veyron or Lambo parked out there or a McLaren, all kinds of crazy stuff going on Sunset. So keep driving, but it got me thinking all the good times, me trying to just party my ass off. God, what the fuck was I thinking? Some crazy nights, drama, got pulled over and put in the back of a squad car. Was let go, but I was detained. Apparently, you're not allowed to drive a truck with a tow hitch on Sunset. Might have been impossible driving while black. Just saying, not saying. And nevertheless, had my ups and downs on Sunset, but I can tell you I never used a drug. I might have been drunk as a skunk, but I never did any coke or any of that crap. Like, once people started passing that shit around me, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. I ain't down with that shit. If that's your thing, whatever, but that shit ain't for me. No, I'm not about that life. So yeah, Rainbow Room. Nothing has changed. The only thing that changed was the wolf knives took over. And we were celebrating the Ibchuby's birthday. So a happy belated birthday to the Ibchuby. And until next time, hopefully we'll see all of you there. Wolf knives for the next meetup or somebody's birthday, whatever the hell's going on. We love meeting up, having a good time, having some beers, smoking a little small sticky icky if that's your thing. Not me, just saying. No judgment. Do your thing. I don't give a shit. Man, I gotta tell you guys, though, after the trip to the Rainbow Room, I got home and I couldn't motherfucking sleep because I was just reminiscing all the crazy ass stuff that I got into on Sunset Boulevard way back when. Got me thinking, what do I use as my sleeping pill? My Pern. That's right. I went all over to the internets, to the Pern. And I didn't have any Pern particularly picked out, but I had heard on the news as I was coming home from LA that Young Ma, the rapper Young Ma, who is a ginormous lesbian, gay as fuck rapper, who's actually pretty good. Sometimes the beats are a little monotonous, but that's just the sign of the times. But for the most part, she's pretty decent. Young Ma, I'll vouch for Young Ma. She decided to make a porno called The Gift, and I highly recommend The Gift. Not because it's sexy time. The first half an hour of this 45-minute porno is the stupidest shit ever. It is just fucking laughable. Like, the plot is trash. The plot is trash. And all of this was done because she wanted to debut her new music or something, but didn't have a platform to do it, so she put it up on Pornhub. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I watched this shit, and I could not stop laughing. I was dying, and then I was mad because I said, fuck, I'm watching this so I could go to sleep. Now I'm laughing. I would say the last 15 minutes of the sexy time was very good, very nice. But Jesus, the whole half, almost the majority of the porno was just laughable, absolutely laughable. I couldn't keep it together. Just the people that were in there, what was going on, and it would just jump into her rapping, but they wouldn't show her. It was like her rap music was like narrating the song, and then this chick shows up at a house and people are just boning inside the house in different rooms, but it's like weird. Nobody's talking. She's just walking around, and it's like, what the fuck? It's crazy. It just had no explanation. It went from having these two girls who were supposed to bone each other, and they didn't actually bone each other till the last 15 minutes of the movie, but they made it seem like, hey, we're gonna bone, and then they almost never did. They had the ugliest of the ugliest chicks getting after it. I was like, oh my God, I can't with this shit. This is terrible. Oh, but dude, please, if you got like 45 minutes to kill, go and watch The Gift on Pornhub, directed by Young Ma. I found it laughable. If you managed to beat your meat and not laugh during that, kudos to you. Oh. But speaking of gay stuff, my cover's blown, y'all. My cover's blown. I had somebody pull me aside this week and mentioned to me that they were slightly uncomfortable of my level of gayness. And I considered this individual who told me this, I considered them a reputable source. And so I had to let that individual know, to tell the other individual who was offended in question, that I am gay as fuck, but I have a fucking type, and it is not that person. So let's be clear. Just because I'm gay doesn't mean I like every vagina. So if said person who is upset about maybe some questionable behavior I might have displayed, or maybe something I've said, just know it wasn't personal. It wasn't towards you. It's just me being gay as fuck. But if you're uncomfortable, then we probably shouldn't hang out, or you need to tell me so I'm not doing that. I don't know what the solution is, really. I'm just throwing ideas out there. But the point is to kind of just go around and kind of backdoor me to somebody that's my friend, and then my friend tells me, I'm like, yeah, okay, we're done. It's cool. So I know now that I gotta fall back, because apparently the gay lines are getting blurred. So when I'm around this certain individual, I gotta cool it, because I never know what the fuck's going on. They're apparently uncomfortable with my gayness, but they are supposedly a friend. So that's kind of a strange behavior. But nevertheless, I will do my best to curb my gayness as much as possible. And I hope the individual in question will also realize that they are not that hot. for me to go after. Got him. But speaking of gayness, I had a dream the other day about an old hookup, which is crazy because I rarely have dreams about people that I've hooked up with in the past. I kind of just do my best to. There's really only one that I have reoccurring dreams about, because that one was the best one. That one was my filet mignon. That one, I literally pinch myself. I pinch myself because I cannot believe the caliber of woman that allowed me to hook up with her. Oh my God. I mean, I'm thankful. I'm forever grateful, because that was pretty much the last time. But still, nevertheless, was fantabulous. Shout out to West Hollywood. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I'm no rato. I don't do that. I'm not blowing the cover. But nevertheless, I usually have a reoccurring dream about that filet mignon. But for whatever reason, I had a reoccurring dream about a not so filet mignon. This one was more like a ribeye steak. I don't know why I compare my hookups to steak. Maybe I don't know why I'm comparing my hookups to steak. Maybe this is why I am still single, because I'm comparing women to food I eat. I'll get back to you on that one. So this dream I had about this ribeye hookup. Maybe it was because I had the situation that I was in with this particular hookup was obviously it was good, but there was no problem in the bedroom. The problem was that this person was seeing somebody and they didn't bother to tell me, or they told me that everything was okay with their significant other when it wasn't. And I'm not a homewrecker, y'all. I don't do that. No. I don't do that. So, anywho, had a dream about this hookup, and then the next day I saw the hookup around town. That is all I'm going to say about that. And I hate that it was cool between me and her, but I hate that I have essentially lost a friendship between her significant other, her spouse. Damn. I can see the look of upset in his eyes. Like he's legit pissed off. Even though it's been years past, we're never going to be homies again. And that kind of, I guess, I don't know if I definitely would rather take back hooking up with his lady than us not be friends. If I would have known that it was not okay, I would not have done it. But I was under the premise that it was all right. So shit happened, and now I lost a friend over that. So it kind of sucks. So a chick is trying to hook up with me, and I find out she got a boyfriend or a husband. I got this little consent form I need you to sign. You better get a permission slip from your partner that it's all right to be with me if you're not single. Because I ain't losing any more friends over this shit, all right? Are we boning or not? Cool. Well, let me see your permission slip. Oh man, I cannot do that anymore. I want to be absolved of the drama. I just know if somebody wants to hook up with me, and because I'm not going to pursue somebody who is taken. That's just not in that. No, I've been cheated on. It sucks. I don't like it. So I don't want to do that to somebody else. Now, if she is pursuing me, I'm going to be like, hey, does your partner know what the fuck's going on? If they say yeah, then okay. But then now we're gonna go to the next step. Now, because of the past, we're gonna take it to another level. We're gonna take it to a whole nother level. That is, where is your permission slip? Where is your consent form? Because I don't want to be in any trauma after the fact. I don't want to have to regret that the boning that I had was good because, I lost my best friend. I don't want to have to regret that, but I do kind of regret that now. But I certainly don't want to regret that in the future. So please do your due diligence, ladies. And don't you forge no signatures. Oh my gosh. Don't write your man's signature on that paper. I'm going to find out. I'm going to be like, hey, did you know? Because I don't want any surprises. So yeah. Whew, man. What a crazy, what a mess my life is. Hot Mess Express. Speaking of the Hot Mess Express, I gotta tell you guys about me Julie from Manchester. That's right, I has had me Julie, short for, or slang word for girlfriend in UK. It's not that her name is Julie. You just call her me Julie because, that's your girlfriend or your lady or old lady, whatever the fuck. But in England, they say Julie. So Julie or bird. So me Julie from Manchester. So for about 2 weeks, I had been talking to a couple of ladies. And finally, me Julie from Manchester said, I am interested. So I said, okay, let me not talk to nobody else. I'll just talk to you since you're interested. And you guys know me. I'll get on a motherfucking plane for love. Listen, I'm gay as fuck. This is what gay people do. We'll travel. We'll travel. We'll travel for love. See, straight people are like, meh, if you ain't... It's always straight people would not. It's very rare straight people would travel for love. They'll be like, nah, if you ain't at the bar down the street, it ain't happening. But gay people, they'll be like, oh, what's that? You're in Thailand? I'll be there in 26 hours. So me Julie from Manchester, we had been talking, and I said, man, I'm not afraid to get on a plane to come and meet you or have you come and stay with me, whatever the fuck. Boned for 2 weeks. So me Julie from Manchester, we have been chatting a little bit. And when I say chatting a little bit, like literally a few fucking words, because apparently me Julie from Manchester is a very busy lady running a beautician shop. Fine. I'm a very busy man girl doing whatever the fuck. So we reached a point in the 2 weeks where for some reason we just stopped talking. Both of us just stopped talking. So a week goes by. So now we're into 3 weeks of speaking with each other, but 1 week there was no talking at all. Nothing. Okay? Then all of a sudden, I get a message a week later. So week 4, I get a message. Are you okay? Are you still alive? I said, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how this works on here. We're talking on the internet here. And she said, very good, hon. I would love to talk to you offline. And I was like, offline? What the fuck? And she was like, oh, anywhere, any social platform other than this dating site, okay? So I said, fine. Now, little does me Julie from Manchester know that is the code word for any time somebody wants to talk to me offline, i.e. the dating site, and they don't want to talk on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Those are the three. If they do not have either of those, they are fake as fuck. All right? So, me Julie says, yeah, I would love to talk to you on Keek, Snapchat, Google Hangouts, all these other fake websites, okay? Well, they're real, but it's very easy to be a fake profile on those sites because I've already had several incidences on these things, so I'm very well aware of what's going on here. So I said, sure, let's talk offline, air quotes, okay? So, as soon as we start talking offline, we have now moved from the safety parameters of the dating app. We have now moved to the hookup area known as the Keek, where people send all kinds of crazy ass messages to people, dick pics, whatever the fuck. Everything goes down on the Keek. Okay. I get to the Keek. These are the messages that start flooding into my Keek. Julie has only been on Keek for a few days. So right then and there, that tells me, fake profile. Okay, that's strike one. 2, when a woman tells me that I'm very, very pretty, this is a man. You know how I know? Because chicks don't tell me that shit. Chicks don't tell me I'm pretty. I already know I'm ugly as fuck. So why are we talking about my looks? Aren't we supposed to talk about you? We never get to talk about her. So, and then I'm like, oh, I go, okay, thanks. Oh, and then as soon as she tells me I'm pretty, it immediately switches to, you're so hot. I want you so bad. I'm like, what? Huh? Women don't talk like this. Not after 2 weeks of talking to them, they don't. They sure fucking don't. Listen up, guys, doing these fake profiles, okay? You can't be talking all sexy talk after talking, barely saying anything for 2 weeks, and then 1 week, nothing. Straight up ghosted me. And then the 4th week you come in, you're so hot, I want you so bad. I'm like, okay. And then the next question, are you bi? What the fuck? Did you even bother to read my profile, bitch? It says gay as fuck. It doesn't say anything about bi. Hello? You can't tell by looking at me I'm not bi? Where on earth? Where in this Milky Way galaxy does my mug look like I like dick? Steak in a dick suck? No! God damn it! I'm gay as fuck. There better be like a bajillion tacos on that plate. There is no dick sucking going on here. This is not the I like dick face, okay? No. So I ask, because I know it's fake now, and I go, oh, this is a dude. So then I start asking gay ass questions. I'm like, oh, so you like guys too? And then she goes, yeah, I like guys too. And I was like, and then wait, and then the backtrack on the message. No, I like girls. And then asks, you like cock? I'm like, what? No. And then says, our cock? I went, oh, come on. Dude. Fucking me Julie is me Steve. Fucking hell. This is bullshit. So then I know it's a guy, so I just keep talking. And then he said, you make me wild just thinking about you. And then I said, you're funny. And then it says, why? I'm being honest. And I said, okay. And then the message back, I want to lick you so bad. I want to lick your fanny so bad. And I go, oh, really? And then he says, I really, really want to come to America in the summertime. I wouldn't have wild nights with you. Oh, wild nights with you. I want to lick your fanny. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, since then, nothing. Not dog piss Willie. God damn it. So, your dear host, Rambo Pro, got mugged off. And then when I thought I wasn't mugged off, it turned out to be a man. So, I got played again for the umpteenth time. But luckily, I'm pretty good about catching it now and just going with the flow and just talking to them until the dude stops talking to me. So, I presume if I get the dick pic, then I return a dick pic right away so they know, like, oh my God, these are two dudes talking to each other. Joke's on you, motherfuckers. Oh, man. Woo. I took a poll the other day, and I wanted to know, there was a heated discussion at work, and my coworker thought that Nickelback was not that bad. And I went, excuse me? I'm an American citizen of the United States of America. Nickelback is absolutely shit. It's absolute gobshite. Nobody should listen to that shit. If you do, I'm not trying to judge you, but that is absolute dog piss Willie. She said, no, you listen to bands that are way worse than Nickelback. And I said, I beg to differ. I said, if I put a vote to the people and ask the people, Nickelback, yes or no, you will be surprised that it is a hard no. Okay? Now, she swore up and down. She said, no, more people than you think. And I'm like, no. That's not the point. The point is, it's a no. It will be a overwhelming no. A no to Nickelback. That's a no. Look at this photograph. Party like a rock down. Look at this photograph. Look at this faggot. Fuck those guys, man. They're terrible. So I took the vote, gave it 24 hours, even opened up my Instagram, and 24% of you said yes to Nickelback. Egad, have several seats. The champions answered a 76% no. My other poly poll, it was a 81%, an overwhelming 81% no and a 19% yes. So I celebrate the 81% and the 76. I don't celebrate so much the yes. That is a hard no for me, and it should be a hard no for everybody. We need to deport these Canadian butt rockers the fuck out of America. Fuck that shit. I went to a music festival called Back to the Beach. That's right, back to the beach. Back to the biggity beach. I'm going over the artists that I liked because I'm not mentioning all the other terrible ones. But Less Than Jake, Hepcat, the Aquabats, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, 311, Sublime with Road, Goldfinger, Fishbone, Save Ferris, and the Interrupters. Incredible concert. I went day 1. I do not think I will be able to go to day 2 because for the simple fact that it is hot as fuck during the daytime and no shade. And then secondly, as soon as the sun goes down, it is freezing balls because you're about 50 yards away from the ocean. So I did have a good time. I managed to find a shady spot. I went at a time where I missed part of the festival, but I actually was glad because I wasn't in the heat. I did see a lot of folk who had been in the heat, and they were as red as my t-shirt that I am wearing currently, even though you can't see it. Just no red as fuck. But unfortunately, the last part of the festival, I was freezing my butt off. I mean, when I say freezing, I was shivering. I tried to put a piece of my mouth in between my teeth to keep them from chattering together. I was just in shorts and a t-shirt, no jacket, no nothing. And I had just gotten a haircut from the Vatican barbershop. So I have hardly any hair left on my head. And I was freezing my butt off. And I got a large butt. I mean, I was just, my legs, my quads were shivering. My legs went numb. I could not feel my toes. I got to the point where I was so cold during the concert that I almost fell over because I could not feel the bottom part of my body. It felt like I was in the ocean, just standing there in the water watching the show. So I just gave up. But I had a wonderful time listening to Hepcat, Boss Tones, 311, Aquabats. I mean, these are some bands that I hadn't seen in 20 years or hadn't seen at all. So it was a real treat. Man, what a good time. I highly, highly recommend if you're in town to go back to the beach next year and just make sure you dress accordingly, okay? I gotta tell you guys, in my day of pampering, so I went and got a haircut. I also thought it would be a good idea to go get a massage because my body is fucked up from training and lack of sleep, and you know the drill. So I went to go get a massage, and other than the actual rubbing part, it was the worst goddamn massage I've ever fucking had in my life. Dear Lupe. That's right. My massage therapist for the day, her name was Lupe. Sweet little lady who snuck over the border. She told me her story and came here and then, got her green card and works hard for her family. And her and her husband are working day and night and doing this, that, and the other. And they're legal citizens and they don't like Trump and all this yada yada. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I don't care. Just rub my fucking body. So Lupe is going on. And so I thought maybe because me not responding, she would come over to find my face under the table and talk to me under the table. So then I was like, okay. So if I don't respond, if I try to ignore her or pretend like I'm asleep, she just talks louder about random things. So, I try to engage in a little bit of conversation and kind of give her the eye hey, lady, I just need some fucking peace and quiet and some rubbing to go on. Do you mind? Lupe was just going to town. And then finally, I don't know how we got on the discussion, but she said, oh, your family life, with your boyfriend or your husband, you should come and get a massage because then you can pleasure your husband or your boyfriend better. I was like, the fuck, bitch? ¿Cómo se dice? What? ¿Cómo? That's right. You get a massage and it make you more relaxed to pleasure your husband or your boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God. No, mi esposo. No, novio. Me don't do that. me like you vagina. Mujeres. La me encantan las mujeres. Pino la noche las mujeres. Oh God. Lady, how do you not? I don't know what's going on, but literally this week, several people, sidestep from Lupe real quick. This week, people have just been straight up coming at me with some straight stuff. I'm gay as fuck. Can't you tell? Look at my haircut. Look at the clothes I'm wearing. My dude, if we're shopping in the same department, that means I'm not on. I can't date you, man. I'm sorry. So back to Lupe and her assuming that I have a boyfriend or a husband. I was I quickly changed the topic because she was not listening. She don't understand that I'm wearing fucking boxers with the dick hole in here while you're massaging me. What part of screams this is gay do you not understand, Lupe? Wow. So, she's going on rambling, and then I accidentally brought up, I thought it would be a buffer away from me to talk about Canelo because I love boxing. So I thought about talking about Canelo or Oscar De La Hoya or Julio Cesar Chavez, something to get her fucking mind off me and my husband or my boyfriend that I don't have, that she thinks I have. And right away she goes, "Oh no, mija, Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya, Illuminati is in charge of them. That's why a Canelo, he get caught with a steroid. It's Illuminati. They tell him to take the fall because they pay him big money. And you see, Oscar De La Hoya, you see him, he is wear a girl's clothes in the news, and his face is sad. They say Illuminati." The fuck, bitch? I said, "Oh, Lord, okay, don't touch me anymore." What the fuck? And she was telling me, she said, a lot of Mexican people do not like Canelo because he is an Illuminati. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not Mexican, but I was raised up in a predominantly Mexican neighborhood. They love Canelo. How dare you? You are part of the Illuminati. I'm turning the tables on you, Lupe. What the fuck? You are talking some sacrilege right now. Canelo is the man of many men in Mexico. You understand? How dare you? How motherfucking dare you? Jeez. I couldn't believe it. I was like, now, Lupe, you are going against the sanctity of your country. I've got to stop you. I'm not even Mexican, but I got to say, in the name of Mexico, in the name of Mexico de F.A., you can't talk like about Canelo about that. You cannot say them things about Saul like that. Come on. I was like, lady, oh no, lady. She said, this way, Canelo, he lose this fight this time, but later Illuminati will give him more money to take the fight later. And Oscar De La Hoya, he wear the women's clothes. It's not the first time, both time, Illuminati. I was like, oh my God, she's telling me all this fucking shit while she's massaging me. And then now she just fucking stopped massaging me and she's telling me about Illuminati. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't want to give Lupe a bad score because you got to give a fucking review thing or whatever after. I gave her a good score. What the fuck? I didn't have it in my heart because I knew she was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I didn't want her to lose her job. She's worked so hard. And then before I left, she's telling me a story about her friend that used to beat her up. She was a bully, but that was her friend. And then her friend got pregnant when she was young, and then the doctors left the scissors inside of her, and she died. What the fuck? Oh, God. Lupe, please. I just want you to rub. Just rub. I hurt. My body aches. Now you're hurting my mind with this bullshit. God damn it. I couldn't. Lupe killed my fucking massage. I never want to go back. I actually want to fucking quit this massage club and join a whole new one because of this bitch. I swear to God. I cannot go back there with a straight face and look at Lupe. Or I need another therapist. I need somebody else because that bitch is gonna massage me again. I need quiet. I need to hear that spa music. I need to feel the rub. I don't want none of that Illuminati, Lupe stuff going on. Okay? Just a nice quiet. Can you do that? One more shot. Third strike, you're out, motherfuckers. There's not going to be a third strike. If I go there again a second time and I get fucking Lupe, I'm like, I'm out. You got to cut my credit card off right now. I'm done with y'all. This is some fucking bullshit. Lupe going to talk the whole time about Illuminati and scissors in her friend's vagina and having babies when they're young and climbing over the wall with a coyote to get here and becoming a citizen. And Oscar De La Hoya is a woman, and oh God, just oh my God. It went on. I could do almost a whole show on Lupe, but I'm gonna wrap it the fuck up. It's time for me to get some sleep, y'all. I need to get my rest, or else I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die soon. Fuck. I need to get my rest. I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna die prematurely if I don't get my rest, y'all. And on that note, it's time for me to wrap this bitch up. But before I go, please like, share, subscribe to Rambopa Radio. Tell your friends I'm gay as fuck, and I'm doing this gay pirate radio. Tell your friends that I want to do this for a full-time job, and in order for me to do that, I need subscribers. Tell your friend, but only if they're a cool kid. No ratos. Cool kids only. Remember that. And on that note, this is Rambopa Radio, and we're gonna do our best to build the foundations of health. And you know where that starts, kids? You know where that starts, folks? Sleep. We're gonna get some motherfucking sleep. If you don't like this podcast, put it on so we'll put you to sleep. I don't give a shit. But we need to get our fucking sleep. No more playing games. We gotta get our lives in order, people, in order to live the best life that we can live. Whether it's straight as fuck or whether it's gay as fuck. One thing's for sure. We gotta get our rest. We gotta go to sleep, people. Alright. Until next time, this is Rambopa Radio. Time for some Z's. Night, folks. Night, night. Good night. Night, John Boy. Night, Miss Ellen. Good night, baby. Good night from Rambopa Radio. I'm out.